Hey guys, so let's talk about what you can expect on your Posh journey and just a few little tidbits. So what I specifically wanted to talk about was for anybody that is new or who's been around for a while, or hasn't, and you want to kind of kickstart your business, or you feel like you're in a rut. Some things that I wanted to talk about was different things that you can do to help you get going again and how to kind of get your business up and running. The biggest thing is, so when you're first joined, you should have gotten a link to the Prep Academy, and hopefully you started in the Prep Academy, because those are a series of videos with the little mini homework things that you can do to help reach your props. So as a new consultant, that is incredibly useful tool to check out the Prep Academy, because a lot of your questions can be answered there. And your props is going to help you earn more goodies just by working your business, just by completing the Prep Academy. In addition to hitting the goals, you're going to get even more stuff. So definitely check out the Prep Academy. If you have not checked out the Prep Academy yet, it doesn't matter where you are in your Posh journey. You can always go back there and look it up, what they have in there, because there is actually information that's constantly being updated in there. So it's a very useful useful thing to go. So if you are an older consultant and you kind of don't really know where to go, and you kind of, maybe you are out of the loop for the new catalog, definitely check out the Prep Academy, because it's going to go over a lot of very useful things. And like I said, they're updating it constantly. There's a lot of really great things in there for you to be doing. So it's training, but it's very useful as well. So that's kind of the big thing. Make sure you're checking out the Prep Academy. It doesn't matter at what point you are in your journey. The Prep Academy is going to have a ton of useful information. Another thing I want you guys to always check out is the polka dotted guide. New consultants are receiving this in their starter kit. This is the older version of it, so this is not what yours looks like if you guys just joined in this catalog. But the polka dotted guide, there's also a PDF copy. So if you guys don't have a copy of this, check out the PDF copy in the Posh box under resources. And this is going to be kind of like your Posh Bible. If you guys have questions and you don't really know certain things, and you guys don't really know where to go to, this is going to be your first place to go look, because everything is very easy for you to find. You can find the pay plan, and it explains in depth what the different things are in the pay plan, what the different like team volume, company volume, what that stuff means. It goes over Posh points, and it goes over Posh points. It goes over when you'll be receiving those Posh points. It goes over the Prep Academy, perks, how perks works, how parties work. So questions that a lot of people have is how you're going to be able to do things with parties, what home parties are, online parties are, portable parties, different ways to find a hostess, etc. Different ways to market yourself. This is super key, so make sure you guys are checking that out, because it's super important, especially as we're growing now, to pay attention to how you brand yourself and how you're presenting yourself, because you want people to remember you as a consultant. That's always something that I'm always stressing, is that they can go to anybody, but why do you want them, you want them to remember you, you want them to come back to you. So marketing and good customer service is really going to play very key roles in that. Yeah, anyway, so there's a lot of very useful information in here. The polka dot guide has the policies and procedures as well. If you guys have not read through the policies and procedures, I strongly urge you to do so. There is a Prep Academy day on that as well. But the policies and procedures are going to help you guys kind of understand what the do's and don'ts are with Posh. We don't have a ton of rules here at Posh, but the rules that we do have are here to protect us all as consultants. So some of the big ones that I'm just going to kind of go over that people do have questions on sometimes are, one, you cannot offer an incentive for anybody to join your team. You can give them a gift after they join, but you cannot tell them, hey, if you join my team, you'll get this, okay? You also cannot advertise products below retail. You can only do so in a private format. So if you are if you have your VIP group and it's a closed VIP group, then you can advertise sales and deals in there. Or if you are the only Posh consultant at an event, then you can advertise your deal there. Some different ways that you can kind of go around that is if you have a public Facebook page, or if you're posting on your own personal page, you can say, hey, I have this amazing deal. Check out, like, message me for information, or comment below to get into my VIP group to learn more. Definitely want to pimp out, if you will, your VIP group, because that's going to be a really great way to stay connected with your customer base. Some other things about your journey that you might kind of get into is that the second you join, it's very likely, well, if you're watching this and you are in the Posh Hearts group, and you could be in more than one group. So you're definitely going to be in the Posh Hearts team group, and you're also going to be in the Posh Talk corporate group. If you are in more groups under that, that's because you are on another Premier's team, because we do have Premier breakoffs under me, under the Posh Hearts team. But obviously everyone is welcome to watch the training, but you guys are going to be added to a bunch of different groups. As a leader, if you are recruiting, I highly encourage you guys to limit the groups that you are adding your new people to, because you don't want to overwhelm them. And you want to make sure that you are keeping in contact with them, so you know when they're ready for something, or whether or not it's too much, if you can kind of gauge what you can do with them. So those are the two groups that I think you definitely need to be on. If you are adding people, or whether or not you're a new consultant, you should definitely be on your team page, your Premier's page. So whether that be me, or whether that be some other Premier, and then you should be on Posh Talk, because that's where the corporate contests are held, that's where the Tuesday trainings are, and that's where a lot of very useful information is going to be found. Like, that's where I find, that's usually what pops up in my newsfeed when I see deals and specials that go through Posh. I usually see it on Facebook, and not necessarily through emails, because sometimes my emails go to spam for some reason. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so make sure that you guys are on your groups, and make sure that you're communicating with your sponsor, or communicating with your new team members, so that you know how they're doing and how you can help them. So if you're a new person, or an old, whatever, if you're a consultant and you need help, then I want to make sure that you guys are aware that we are all here for you. There is support all around. Find somebody that you connect with and have them be your accountability partner, or your Posh friend. It's amazing how much more enjoyable this is when you have someone you can talk to about it. And obviously, like, if you have problems in your business, or you're feeling defeated, ranting to your friends and family is not necessarily the best way to advertise your business. So if you can find someone you can talk to, like a Posh person, then that really helps. Keeping negativity outside of, keeping it in a small closed group is way better than pushing it out to the world, because they're going to remember the negative. Anyway, yeah, so make sure that you guys are keeping in contact on the team page, or on the group page, or whatever page. Make sure that you're a sponsor, and make sure that you guys are, I just want you guys to know, if you guys are overwhelmed, let us know. Comment, post, reach out to somebody, because we've all been there. And I'm going to be the first one to tell you that this is not the easiest thing in the world. If you want Posh to be a full-on business and you want it to be successful, it's going to take a lot of work. That doesn't mean you can't do it. Just because you may feel defeated at times, you might not feel that you are good enough at times, but that doesn't mean that you aren't. I've gone through many spells, and I'm pretty sure that I will continue to anytime I'm feeling down, that I just feel like maybe I can't do it. But I just want you guys to know that you guys can do it. If I can do it, and I'm sitting here talking to you guys, and I have a team, like, come on, this is ridiculous, then you can do it, okay? So your Posh journey is going to be however you make it to be. It doesn't have to be fast and furious. It doesn't have to be like, I have to rank up every month. It can be slow and steady, and you can work when you are able to work. So if you have a busy life, if you have tons of other things going on, it's okay. Decide how Posh is going to fit into your life, and just that's okay. And we're all there for you. There's no there's no right or wrong way to do it, anything, any of the Posh, how you do your Posh. If you're a social Posher, that's totally cool. That's completely fine. If you want to run with this business and see how far it'll take you, then we're here for you as well. So that's kind of my biggest takeaway I hope you guys are getting from this, is that every journey is different, and I don't want you guys to look at other people and be like, hey, but they did it so fast and I feel like I'm failing. You guys are not failing. If you are watching this right now, you guys are doing amazing, because you are looking for training. You guys are looking at training. You're looking for knowledge. And that is incredible. That's already a huge step toward doing big things for your business. For personal story wise, I've been doing Posh since December 2011, so 4.5 years now, and it's been a rough road. I have to admit that it's been a rough road, and I started off and I was like, I'm going to do this, and I booked as many events as I possibly could, but it wasn't quite the right time for me to be doing events, because Posh was so it was very defeating, because I kept doing all these events and they were really rough and they were really hard, because they just weren't going very well. And obviously after the fact, I realized, in my Posh timeline, doing that right off the bat just wasn't the right thing for me and for my business. And I got really burned out, and I had to take a step back and just really just not think about it anymore, because it was just too much. And I don't want any of you guys to feel that way. I don't want you guys to feel like you have to be doing things, and I don't want you to feel burned out ever. So if you are feeling like that, and you are feeling like it's a job, then that's not how Posh should be. Posh should be something that you guys want to do because it's fun. And I hope that we can keep it that way. So, I mean, if you have problems, like I said, reach out, because I'm here for you. I'll be your Posh therapist. Don't worry. I have a psychology background. I can help you there. Yeah, so I want you guys to know that even though you're looking at all the success, because there's going to be people, as much as, how, okay, sorry, I'm kind of rambling, but you know how when you look at reviews, and usually you see a lot of bad reviews, people who complain about restaurants, you'll see the negative more than you'll see the positive, because if people are upset about a bad restaurant, then they're going to go post a review. If people like the restaurant, they're usually not compelled to post a review about it, right? So that's kind of the thing with the opposite with celebrating your successes, and the way that Facebook works is that you'll see people post the best parts of their lives, right? You're going to see people post all the amazing things that they do as a parent, which might make you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't do that. I can't go finger painting all the time and take them to every activity, but that doesn't make you any less of a parent or any less of a good person. And that's kind of what I want to to connect that with Posh, is that you're going to see people that are going to be posting all the great things that are happening to them on their Posh journey. And that is great. That is excellent. We celebrate their successes. We want them to celebrate, because it's exciting, and we want to join in in the excitement. But I don't want you guys to get to the point where you're seeing that and feeling down on yourself, because that is not the point. They're on a different journey. They're on a different timeline in their journey, and we celebrate them for it, and we love them for it, and we love their success, and we can learn from how they're doing, how they're running their business, and how we can apply it to our businesses. And your business is going to be different. Your business isn't necessarily going to be theirs. If someone is hitting the monthly word every month, and you're sad that you're not hitting it every month, that's their journey. Okay, that's not your journey. That everybody's situation is completely different, and I really, really want to hit that home, and I hope that resonates with somebody who watches this, because that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned from Posh, and kind of one of the biggest things I really wish that I can also teach people, is that everybody's different. That you're not the banner on our team pages right now. the banner in our team page right now is that you are your only competition, or it says look in the mirror, that's your competition. And that is kind of a huge deal because Posh is not trying to be competitive. The incentive period obviously is a little competitive, but it doesn't mean that it's gonna make it shouldn't make you feel like you're not worth it or you're not good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna repeat myself like 20 times. But yeah, so you are on your own journey. Keep that in mind. So even if you see somebody who joined the same time as you and they're doing spectacular, that's okay. They're on their own journey. So that's good. Good for them. Let's focus on your journey and how we can help you do what do the best you can for your business. So kind of my biggest things, if you guys are feeling in a rut, so I'll get outside of my whatever it's called. But so different things that you can do if you feel like you are in a rut and you feel like you're not going anywhere with Posh. Check out the trainings. Have you looked at the Tuesday trainings? Have you looked through the YouTube channel, the YouTube playlist of all of our team trainings? Have you talked to people? Have you reached out to people and asked them if you can send them a sample? Like, hey, I know you're busy. Like, I know you're super busy, but I've always, and I know, I don't know, you do such I know you're super busy. I really admire how you are able to keep everything together and make it look like easy. I would love to send you a sample so you can take a minute to pamper yourself. Can I send you something? That, that's a little script thing that you can send out to people. And kind of show them more about Posh. And keep in mind that we are not here to sell things, okay? So if you can kind of get out of that mindset where you think that we're selling, we're not trying to sell things. We're trying to share Posh. If you are here, it's because you love Posh and you love the Posh products. So share it. Do you like Netflix? Do you tell everybody in the world that you love Netflix? Yeah, right? You're, oh my gosh, like I watched this movie on Netflix. It was so freaking amazing. Like, you have to watch this. Oh my gosh, you don't have Netflix? How do you not have Netflix? How come you can't do that with Posh then? Like, maybe you tried a new product and you're like, oh my gosh, I tried this new soap. It's so freaking amazing. Like, I loved it. Like, I know you love it because you're obsessed with pineapple, right? Like, let me send you a sample. Like that, it's not, you got to kind of get to your mindset where you're not pushing things on people. You're just sharing with people the things that you love. You tell people how much you love your restaurants, right? You tell people how much you love Netflix. You tell people how much you love Gilmore Girls, right? So like, it's okay. Posh, it's not pushy if it's genuine. I don't, in my mind, because it's really, you're showing your love. Yeah, Gilmore Girls. So excited for it. Okay, anyway, and now I'm on a Hamilton kick. So anybody who's on a Hamilton kick, like, we need to talk after this. But so this was a little bit more introspective of a training than we normally do. But it's kind of important to me that you guys know that everybody's different, every journey is different, and hopefully you guys are going to get to that point. But yeah, so if you guys are feeling like in a rut, or if you feel like, everyone's saying no and you just don't know what to do, pick something to do. Do a little bit of Posh every day or every week. Just try to stay consistent with it. Because if you're going to be consistent with it, and it doesn't come to the point where you just hate it, then I think, there's a turning point somewhere where maybe it'll click for you. For me, it clicked when I just decided, like, this is it, this is my job, or not my job, but like, this is the thing I'm going to do. I'm going to put effort into it. And it was a turning point. It was a definite, like, a very, very obvious turning point for me, but it helped because staying consistent and doing what I could do outside factors definitely helped. So even if no one wants to host or no one really wants to listen, perhaps focus on social media, focus on building your social media presence, focus on YouTube videos, a blog, Instagram, learn more about the products, learn about the ingredients, learn about the different the different products and what they can do for you. Make samples, label things, come up with come up with sample packs. Like, what else? I'm looking around to get an idea. But just make sure that whatever time you're spending on Posh is going to give you a return in your investment, so a return in your time. I'm a huge believer in building your social media presence, which I'm sure many of you guys know, but the reason why for that is because there's a retention rate. If I'm going to spend time writing a blog or making a video, guess what? That thing is going to stay online forever. Like forever. I will get hits on that video or that blog post years to come, you know, especially if it's on something that is going to stick around. So if you're focusing on a product, or if you're focusing on how things work for a certain, like, you know, things that, great products for dry skin, ingredients, something like that, that's going to give you a greater return on your investment. So make sure that you guys are focusing on, if you're going to spend time doing something, make sure it's going to give you a return in your retention rate. Yeah, so now I'm all over the place, but basically everybody's journey is different. I hope you guys are loving your journey. If you guys need any help or support, be sure to reach out to your sponsor. Be sure to reach out to your team page. That's what the team page is for. Get comfortable posting in the team page, because we're stronger together as a team, and so it really helps to have different people's opinions and different questions or different ways that people answer something. Yeah, so if you guys have any questions at all, feel free to post in the team page, message me, sponsor, whatever, and hopefully this helped you guys out. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching.